I would just like to point out that all of the characters and writings are property of the prospective owners and the people who created them. I own none of the content that is currently being created. Please support the official release of all such products. Thank you for listening. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Volume 1, Chapter 9. I glanced at the goblins. The person himself is frantic. They held their weapons and vigilantly approach. Although, unfortunately for me, I'm preparing to run away. As expected from the leader character, he's not looking away from my direction and continues to stare. Fool! I can sense intelligence from this one. Unexpectedly, a conversation might be feasible. Will it understand? I placed my thought on speaking and tried, if they'll understand me. Nice to meet you! Will you do right? I am slime named Rimiru! The goblins made a commotion. Are they surprised the slime spoke? Is what I thought, but some of them threw weapons with ordinary clothes. I don't understand anymore.
Tsuyoki Shayo, we fully understand your strength, Yusama. Understand voice,
The goblin leader said. Fool, these goblins are stupid. Is that my thought? Too strong. I won't get my intentions across with this. Don't get scared. My bad. The adjustments are not working well yet. Well, I apologized,
Awesome. There's no need to apologize to us.
the goblin said. I think they've understood. It'll be a good practice. By the way, I use Japanese. It's surprising that they understood. So what do you need with me? I don't have things like business with what's further. They're speaking politely, so I politely interact with them, or so I thought. But they are excessively scared of me, so I confidently tried to exit.
So it's like that. Past us is our country. We tend to be vigilant if a strong monster's presence is sensed. Since then,
The goblin said. A strong monster's presence? I can't sense something like that.
you joke. Even if you are in that form, we will not get tricked.
It seems like they fully understood me. They seem to be taking me as a strong demon taking the form of a slime. In the end, goblins are low class among monsters, but they are still famous. Then the conversation with the goblin flowed to me, becoming a hindrance to them after a while. It seems like they'll give me shelter. Even if they're thin looking, they are nice. Still, I don't need to sleep, but taking a break's not bad. While thinking that, I accepted their invitation to their village. Along the road I hear a lot of things. The fact that after they lost their god, monster activity increased. The fact that strong adventurers started intruding inside the forest, and so on. And then, while the conversation continues, I begin to clearly understand their language. It seems like the exchange of conversation made it like a shadow with the use of magic perception. Maybe the practice with the goblins is good before I talk with humans. While talking with them, I followed them. The village is... eh? I feel like I want to mutter those words. In the end, I shouldn't have hoped for the goblin's den. Was I guided to the nicest building they got? A crumbling straw roof? A stack of plywood wall full of cracks? In the senses of my previous life, slime is way better. Again, it's that level of a house.
Sorry for the wait, dear guest.
While saying that, a goblin came inside. While that goblin was supporting the goblin leader that was with me is escorting. Ah, no, no, no. I didn't wait that long. Don't worry. I made a business smile. In other words, a slime smile. With a smile, the negotiation came my way. A fearful skill, if I do say so myself. Even though I don't know what the negotiation is.
I apologize for not producing something much better. I am the head of this village.
While saying that, they served a tea-ish thing. It's surprising that the goblins also have these things. I sip the tea. It looks as if I'm only covering the tea bowl. I can't taste it. Well, it's certain since I don't have a palate. Is it good or bad? I examined the ingredients, but they're not poison. I felt the goblin's concern. So, you're troubling yourself to invite me. Seems like you have business with me, right? I threw a straight ball. We're all monsters, so let's get along. It's not a friendly invitation like that, right? The head trembled, yet it can resolved and asked. Then he spoke.
You know the matter about the monster's activity increasing, right?
I heard that on the way here.
Our god, the conferrer of this land's tranquility, 1 month ago has vanished. Hence, a neighboring monster came and started meddling. We didn't cower and fought back, yet it was tough.
Phew. The god is Veladora, huh? Based on time, it fits. Is that why the goblins saved me? I understand the situation. However, I am a slime. Do you think I can satisfy your hopes?
So modest. A slime can't bring out that much magic energy. Why are you using such a form? We cannot guess. Anyway, you're a demon with a name.
Magic energy, huh? What's that? I don't remember releasing such a thing. I renewed my magic perception view and tried examining myself. Somehow an ominous black aura wafted the air that covers my body. I might be when I mimicked and used body armor and so on if I noticed it. This is embarrassing. While I was striding the main road, it's like opening a window to society, making me a prey. Inside the cavern, the demon essence was thick and dark, and indeed I didn't notice it. This is no good. An obvious out. Finally, I know why the monsters react that way. No monster will fight against a dangerous slime. No one's too stupid to get tricked with what they see. Now that it came to this, it's despair.
Foo foo foo. As expected of the head. You noticed, huh?
Of course, that much of appearance can't hide what wafts the air.
You've seen through, huh? Your guys are surprisingly spray. You've seen through, huh? You guys are surprisingly praiseworthy.
I gradually rode the mood. With this, I can now lead the talk, or maybe trick him. In the same time, I could try to ask if I can remove this ominous aura. I anxiously withdraw magic energy, like a trick in controlling demon essence outside my body.
Ah, we're getting tested, right? That really helps. Many fear the magic energy, so.
I succeeded in hiding my magic energy. My appearance became that of a normal slime. However, as a result, after walking in the form of a slime, will the monsters irrationally attack me? As a result of the alright thing is not good.
I see. Even though you see my magic energy, you'll come and talk to me without fear. How promising.
The hell with promising. I'd like to retort myself, but I held it in like an actor.
Ah, ah, thank you. So, I will not inquire further for your reason of hiding your true form. However, I have a few requests. Will you hear it?
Well, I knew it'll head that way.
Depending on the content, so say it.
Without breaking my arrogant attitude, the head goblin asked. The contents of the talk were as follows. The East Territory is seeking homogeny and advancing with the Tyro monster. It seems like there are a few villages in the outskirts from here, and among those villages, many goblin soldiers have died because of the Tyro monster. So the soldiers inside that bears a name, Nemundo, seems to be the problem. And the soldier was the protector figure of this town, but the moment that they lost that figure, the town's merit decreased rapidly. The other goblin village abandoned this town. While the Tyro monster attacks this town, a countermeasure will arise. That was the other village's consensus of opinion. Even if the head goblin and leader wants to talk, they only received cold shoulders. The head goblin shows his frustration while talking.
I see. So how many lives in this town? How many can fight?
Yes, this town sums up to 100 people, 60 with women added.
Indescribably unreliable. However, I can somehow grasp the number. How wise of the goblin.
Phew. Do you know the Tyro monster's number and species?
Yes, a wolf demon, a fanged wolf species, originally a single opponent, with 10 goblins dealing with it. It's a maybe. And it's about 100 demons.
Ugh, what's with that impossible game?
I glanced at the head's eye. They weren't the eyes of someone joking. It's a serious-looking eye, or I'd rather call them a sincere look, with a few impurity.
Those goblin soldiers, did they know that they can't win? So few are coming?
No, this information came from the goblins that risked their life to obtain it.
I see. I heard a bad thing, and it seems like the Nemundo goblins is the son of the head goblin, and the leader goblin's older brother. Now that I heard it, I think of what to do. The head patiently waits for my decision, tears flowing from his eyes. Are my imaginations right? It's my imagination. Monsters and tears are unfit. I went with arrogance. That's the true form of a feared demon, but
I want to confirm one thing. If I save the village, what do I get in return? What will you give me?
I can also save them on a whim. However, these guys need 10 to almost defeat a single opponent, and it's 100. It's not an easy enemy. If I mimic the Black Snake, maybe things will go well, but it's not an easily acceptable request.
We offer our loyalty. Please bestow upon us your protection. If Rimuru summons us, we will offer our loyalty.
To tell the truth, that kind of thing won't please me. However, I felt loneliness for 90 days, and I find the conversation with them quite fun. If I were a human, I may hold a filthy grudge. But I am now a demon, and I don't ever fear illness. Above all, the head goblin's eye. It's completely relying on me. It makes me remember of my past life. It goes without saying that I am weak with a request. While grumbling, while complaining to my junior, I listen to my client or a senior. All right, I heard your wish, I agreed with exaggeration. With this, I became the goblin's main protector. Status: Name: Rimuru Tempest. Race: Slime. Divine Protection: Crest of Storm. Title: None. Magic: None. Skills: Unique skill: Sage Master. Unique skill: Predator. Slime specific skills: Dissolution, Absorption, Self-Replication. Extra skill: Water Manipulation. Extra skill: Magic Perception. Acquired skill: Black Snake. Heat Perception, Poison Breath, Centipede, Paralysis Breath, Spider, Sticky Web, Metal Web, Bat, Ultrasonic Wave, Lizard, Body Armor. Resistances: Resistance to thermal fluctuation, resistance to physical attack, immunity to pain, resistance to electricity, resistance to paralysis. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Volume 1, Chapter 10. Fanged Wolf Clan. The East Plains Ruler. The seed problem of the common traders in the various areas like the Empire and the Forest of Jura in the east, each befitting of a C-rank monster. Even a veteran adventurer that has been caught off guard will be mauled to death. However, the true threat was because it can act as a pack. If a capable boss commands, the Fanged Wolf clan true value will manifest. While in a group, they are all alike, so a threat of disarray in behavior is impossible. Then, that pack's assessment is worthy of a B rank. The East Plains is a big grain producing and the related region. Therefore, as the Empire's lifeline, a flawless security is applied. However, the Sly-Fanged Wolf clan, or they possess an excellent ability, the defenses will be hard to penetrate. Assume that it penetrated the defense, it will only anger the Empire, making the Fanged Wolf clan's futures cease to exist, right? And that matter is fully understood by the pack's boss. Studying the skirmish battle of the Empire, you will also learn the real deep meaning of it. If it was a matter where a small-scale merchant can get involved, the Empire wouldn't even put effort to it. However, one time the East Plains was invaded, the Empire bore its fang. Once a faux pas was conducted in order to hide the stupid risk of compatriots' violation, the boss suspects. However, depending on the monster's instincts, they understand that their existence will cease to exist. As for the Fanged Wolf clan, they do not need to produce any food. They attack and eat humans as a standard cognition of a snack, because humans aren't comprised of demon essence. For the Fanged Wolf clan, food is absorption of demon essence. Attacking stronger demons, killing abundant humans, will make them disaster class and grant evolution. If that happened, even doing a everyone's way will be difficult. The Empire is too powerful for the Fanged Wolf clan. However, if they continue to attack merchants, they will attain disaster class and evolution and the like, and stopping them will be a dream inside a dream. In the south, a vast productive land from the Forest of Blessing, there is a large paradise of monsters that have high magic residing, or so said. However, in order to reach the Forest of Blessing, you have to go through the Forest of Jura. The forest monsters are nothing. Several times, demons exit the forest in order to experience hunting, or so I was taught. Then why is the forest incompassable? Stormed Dragon Veladora. That dragon's existence is all of the problem. That surge of magic power is enough to scare their hearts, and he's sealed in addition. They seem to be under the impression that the monster from that forest received divine protection from Veladora. That is why they can live inside that brutal surge. And if it wasn't misunderstood, it would be chaos. Even remembering it is unpleasant. All because of that existence, that aggression is impossible. Yup, until now. The boss faced that forest with a keen blood eye. The provoking presence of a wicked dragon was gone, and now they can hunt the forest monsters, or even become the impossible forest ruler. The boss thought while licking his own lips, then signaled to Howl to start the attack. Now then, after I became the protector, what should I do? I assessed this as guarding, however. The head goblin's treatment is too much. Anyway, the goblins that said will fight have gathered. Looking at them, they're worn out. I can't even hope for a good war potential. But the surrounding goblins left are waiting for me. It seems like even the kids and old ones aren't left. There's no reinforcements for the other goblins. In this case, it was insane to scare for the head of the goblin. Even if they run, without food, they'll just die in hunger. And the goblins that are gathered look at me with a look of belief. This is serious. I can't feel the pressure because of a living carefree. This look is absurdly a heavy pressure. You lot, do you know the situation? It wasn't a gag atmosphere, nor did I say any witty line. I asked seriously.
Yeah, it is our live or die fight. We have made our resolve.
The goblin leader immediately replied. It was the same for the surrounding goblins. There were some quivering, but those can't be helped. The heart and the bossy is two different things.
There is no need to rouse. Take it easy, even if you're roused. If you lose, you lose. Think only about doing the best.
I wanted to say some cool words. My feelings come at ease. Unexpectedly, there might be a result. Well then, shall we start? If I fail, I might spell doom for the goblins. Even so, I'll do it in my own way. Let's go with arrogance, or so I've decided. Yush! I'll psych myself and pass the goblins' first order. Afterwards, do this plan many times. Those first words, this moment has fleeted. It was now dark. The Fanged Wolf clan's boss opened its eyes. Tonight is a full moon. The fight will be perfect. Slowly waking up its body, glaring around its surroundings. The brethren Fanged Wolf, the boss, appears to be hiding its breath and observing. A pleasant nervous state, the boss thought. Tonight they will destroy that goblin village and make the forest of Jura a new foothold. Afterwards, carefully hunt the remaining monsters and become the ruler of the forest. Some day, after obtaining even more power, they'll consider to invade the south. They have the power to make it possible. They have the claw to tear up any kind of monster, and fang to pierce any kind of armor. The boss howled. It was the start of overrunning everything. However, there is something a little unsettling. A few days ago, a scout was sent and brought back an interesting information. Something strange and weird thing drifted, like a small demon was there. That weird demon surpassed the boss itself. That's not possible. He wouldn't be able to be an opponent for the boss. There's nothing menacing in this forest. Every monster they encountered is weak. Midway of the forest until their current position, they won't accept resistance. They might lose 10 or so, but that was it. A proud misunderstanding, while thinking that the boss proceeded forward. In front of them is the village, just like the report of the scout of the place. They attached to the hurt goblin and specified the location. This village's current war potential is nothing. The boss was cunning. He doesn't lower his guard. However, the village was different. It was covered. Like the village of those humans, there were a fence. Every house was demolished, and the cover was the fence. Then there is an aperture in front, and there lies a single slime. How cunning, the boss laughed. Opened in a single place, and attacking with many people to protect a single place, huh? It thought. In the end, it's just the thinking of a shallow-witted garbage demon. That kind of fence will not stand against our claws and fangs. The group of fanged wolf claw became a single monster. Their true power has manifest. A strike in perfect order. This was the thought transmission, a collective action. Rather than speaking, a quick coordination was possible. The first attack should have destroyed the Finns. Thinking that he flustered the goblins by breaking and destroying their trick, the boss made a surprising howl. The force that attacked the Finns jumped back and returned. Inside was a blood-spraying thing rolling from the ground. What's the matter? The confused boss inquired of the situation. The slime from the aperture was not moving. He must have done something, right? At that moment, one of the subordinates' vicinity. It's that thing! The one that beat Oyaji Dono in emitting unearthly things, it told. Impossible, thinking while looking at the slime. Once in a while a small demon is born in the forest. Calling it a demon is absurd. It was just a petty existence. Saying that it exceeded in unearthliness is impossible. In that moment,
Yo, stop there. If you turn back now, I won't do anything. Leave already,
said the speaking slime. The boss of the Fanged Wolf clan was a sly and crafty monster, basing things from the many years it has survived. It put up the plan without lowering its guard. Then he grit his teeth and calmly proceeded. Those many years of experience is the source of his information. He denies the possibility of that slime being stronger than him. The boss made a grave mistake. Then, that mistake will decide their fate. Insolent! Twist and destroy! It was the start of the war. That scared me. I didn't know that they'd jump and attack. According to the talk, they seemed to plan to enter, but I don't have any more lines to say. I wasted all of it in practice. I even stitched up some using the break from work. My first order was them to guide me to the casualty. It add up 60 from the several survivors. The work efficiency didn't change that much. However, they seemed to idolize me, so I'll do what I can, I thought. A dirty-looking giant eye structure, bundled with plants, is what the injured goblins thought while looking. I know some treatments using medical plants, but leaving it as is will cause death. The wound is deeper than I imagined. Claws and fangs tear, huh? The giant cut festered. Now that it's come to this'll be a large splurge. I used predation on the lead. Then inside my body, the anapolectum quickly covered the wound and spit it out. Lead means leg, by the way. I disregarded whatever the head was saying, and swallowed the other injured from my side and then spit it out. It doesn't matter how many treat. After I looked back, there were more. For some reason, the goblins are prostrating while looking here. What the heck are these guys doing? It seems like they misunderstood me for having regenerative ability. It was troublesome, so I spit out a pet that will give medicine. I cured the remaining injured. This recovery seems to take too much time. After finishing what I can cure, I gave the goblins their second order. The order that I gave was the establishment of the fence. Cutting trees and building it would be good, but we don't have that much time. We just have to build with what we have. Without hesitation, they destroyed their houses and reused the materials to establish a fence. With this juncture, the village surrounding has a round cover established, and the quick-witted goblins on the break effectively made a bow for the patrol. If the enemy is wolf, then the nose will work. In order to not work hard, they were sent off. I'm worried if they're really prepared to die, but I'll change even in this life, or propose that kind of mood that I'll say, "They sure are extravagant, fellow." I visit the village the next evening and saw the finished fence. I conducted some finishing touches. That's right, I fixated the spider's web to increase the strength. And while at it, I didn't forget to add traps while using metal web. Without knowing it, if they touch the fence, we'll slice up the body. After this fight, they won't forget to give me my payment, right? I also established an aperture in front of the fence. If I lay out sticky web here, my preparation will be done. I'll just wait for the patrol to come back. Around that time, the injured that I healed started waking up. I touched my body and mysteriously checked my condition. Somehow, analepticum has quite a toll on me. I think the injured condition need prescription of analepticum, but the effect is more than what I thought. It was a great miscalculation. We gathered firewood at the center of the village and started a fire. It's not like a campfire, but not a rising of a good scene. All through the night, we need to assign a lookout. I don't need sleep, so I was the one assigned, but
This is crazy. I wouldn't allow Rimuru to be assigned to something like that.
That's right. We should be on lookout and Rimuru should be asleep.
yeah, that's right. That was the typical reaction of everyone. I'm happy about what they're saying, but they're much more tired than me. I have no choice, so it's rotation of the group at watch, and the other will rest. Approximately before midnight, the patrol returned, and the Fanged Wolf clan will begin their move. Though beaten up, they are returned alive. A clumsy and dirty monster, is what I thought. But these past 2 days, emotions boiled. I wish that no one will have to be sacrificed to end this fight. While thinking that, I finished establishing the stick web. The opening of hostilities of the Fanged Wolf clan expanded. There were weak parts in the fence, the limit of the attack wolf was nothing, and the traps are also functioning well. I'm relieved, for now.
Yosh! Stop there and turn back now. I won't do anything. Leave already!
Is what I said to warn them, but they immediately ignored me. The Fanged Wolf clan attacked simultaneously all on the fence. I have no choice. I'll proceed just like what was planned. I expect that this will happen, so I made a small opening in the fence, a narrow slit. In that opening, the goblins shoot their bow. Numerous fanged wolf fell and got shot thereafter, howled in pain. Even if they picked the arrow slit, a troop will begin attacking, and their head fell left and right from both sides of goblins armed with stone axes hitting them. Wouldn't even spend about 2 hours of practice, but these guys were frantic. They frantically understood me and started practicing. The result is what they're giving. The fanged wolf is strong. They can fight simple number of goblin, right? But grouping all the goblins together will make their war potential largely rise. However, if they're simply strong, they can land good hits. But if they're strong in a group, then why not? The point is, if you use your head, it'll be better. In this world, there is a great creature. That is the humans. I sure am unlucky. While I think of that, I met the cold gaze of the boss's eyes. The likes of you can't beat me, even in thinking how serious. The Fanged Wolf clan boss remembers a situation not different from this confusion. The subordinate Fanged Wolf began losing their confusion. If this continues, it'll be troublesome. Now that the Fanged Wolf clan are a group, their true value arise. The result of the boss's fatal decision beckons the main cause. The boss fully understood cause of their greatest faux pas. They can't destroy that much of a fence. It disappointingly pisses him off, but he mostly fears the subordinates that was pissed off. The boss needs to display his own power. The boss thinks standing alone is strong enough, but he merges with the group. It'll become the greatest existence, he thought. The moment determined it all. The Fanged Wolf clan's boss movements make you stare at it. Even so, the surrounding goblins want the boss gone, is what they displayed. As for me, I was carefully moving in slow motion. Everything was just as planned. I've thought up of many patterns, but it's proceeding just like one of the situations. In the end, he's just a beast, not even an enemy for a human. The boss got caught in the sticky web that I established on the aperture. It stopped the boss's movements, and thereafter I released Waterblade. Dodging it would be uncool. Not to mention, if If that hit one of his companions, it would be worse. It proceeded just like that in the battle, but it wasn't weird at all. I think I overdid it, the thinking for the motive of my mechanism. They aren't even on a level of destroying the fins. I even put metal web on the aperture to stop them, but this time, it's a farewell to them. In this setting, I need to act as an overwhelming person. That's why I set that kind of trap. Without hesitation, I aimed at the boss's neck and fired the water blade. Immediately, the Fanged Wolf Clan's boss died.
Fanged Wolf Clan, your boss has now died. I will make you choose submission or death.
Now then, what will they answer? Have their boss's funeral, rather than I want to spare killing them. Status: Name: Remiru Tempest. Race: Slime. Divine Protection: Crest of Storm. Title: None. Magic: None. Skill: Unique skill: Sage Master. Unique skill: Predator. Slime: Specific skills: Dissolution, Absorption, Self-Replication, Extra skill: Water Manipulation, Extra skill: Magic Perception. Acquired skill: Black Snake, Heat Perception, Poison Breath, Centipede, Paralysis Breath, Spider, Sticky Web, Metal Web, Bat, Ultrasonic Wave, Lizard, Body Armor. Resistance: Resistance to thermal fluctuation, resistance to physical attack, immunity to pain, resistance to electricity, resistance to paralysis.